who falls in between ebony and ivory. I love hair straight, wavy, and curly like ivy. I guess you could say I'm a dog, because I'm colorblind like Lassie, and where I'm from, we bark at anything with pear-shaped tips and that. Oh, Jesus. Flavor of lip gloss on your lips, we would spend hours quoting old Biggie tracks and working on punchlines, just waiting for school to let out. But here, I'm supposed to have a type. 5'7", blonde hair, blue eyes, can't dance, doesn't eat, and oh, she thinks my poetry is nice. She'd rather drink than talk, gossip than walk, and she can't chew gum and do either. I can, she Barbie, commanding the road on the way to the playhouse, but I never played with dolls when I was a kid, and based on these hives, I think I'm allergic to plastic. It's okay, you can laugh. I used to write for hours about the ebony girl who sat in front of me, outlining her curls with 5th grade metaphors and naive sentence structure you see. White kids are supposed to sit at the front of the class, but I gotta tell you, the back of her head was ridiculous. I think I just enjoyed the smell of her hair, and somehow I knew all the scribbling and pale. You see, I learned at an early age that coloring in between the lines was only taught to hinder my creativity. I never found comfort in coloring books, etching conformity into my veins. Just so Miss Jones wouldn't check my pulse, I would flatline in art class, and I guess I thought it was just a waste of my time assigning names and colors like Adam, but this is no Eden. Because clearly Eve is just a feminine mirror image of her husband, and that just doesn't work for us. They wouldn't even dare to crucify us side by side on the same color wheel, feeling we might bleed together. And
rewind!
They wouldn't even dare crucify us side by side on the same color wheel, feeling we might bleed together. I hate to break it to you, but Jesus didn't look like me. Laying helpless, hoping you would stain my hands, watching colorless blood cells drip to count the hours instead of sands. I just want to freeze time. We're on a black and white film. Mouthing affection, smiling as the wind blows. Wishfully hoping for the depression to end, living in speakeasy dreams, drinking red wine and prohibition, and playing charades with our words. We were rebels. Even in the time we knew boundaries were the difference between life and death, you could find us. Laying in the graveyard and cursing the gods and me mugging the stars for not making us the same and sad. What? Woo! We were only comforted when the sun and moon made love. Even though they told us we go blind if we look directly into the eclipse moonlight, they were worried we wouldn't find enlightenment in the stars. And I would try hard to color in our existence. Paint our love with a tattered stencil, trying hard to be different and wish. I could roll around in the mix just long enough to let the paint dry. I feel like an artist with no brush, desperately trying to finger paint a tragedy in the dust. You will never be able to color in our ashes, you see. There is no right way to color in, no right way to kiss you in public because it's too much for them to stomach. So here is a Pepto-Bismol to ease your fears, guard your bigotry and spit out your sickness because I don't have time to worry about your insecurities. I have a masterpiece to finish.
Come on, man. Come on.